Greetings, beautiful soul. This is Dahlia with Spiritual Society, here to bring you your pick a card reading this week. This reading is going to focus on situationships. So, if you are in a situation or a third party relationship or anything where you are not clear on the other person's intentions with you, then this reading is for you. Okay, so just remember this is a general reading, so remember to take what works for you and leave the rest. And if you do resonate and you want a more personalized reading, you can do so by visiting the link in our description box below. So let's get started. Go ahead and choose the card or crystal that you're drawn to the most, whether 1, 2, 3, or 4, and you can select it from the timestamp below. Let's get started. Hi there, card number 1. Thank you so much for joining me for your reading this week to find out what are the specifics regarding the situationship that you might be involved in. So the card that you were drawn to in the beginning is the 8 of Pentacles. And the crystal that you're drawn to is the amethyst. And this card that just came up, which represents the overall theme of this situation as it is now, is the dragonfly. It says, be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. Okay, so that tells me that the overall theme here is that some information or news is going to come to light or has come to light recently regarding this particular situation. The 8 of Pentacles lets me know that this relationship or this situation with this particular person is going to take work and it's going to take self-mastery. Okay, so let's get some more information. Let's find out what potential information or news you could have been receiving recently and what needs work in this particular situation. So let me get some more information. What needs work and what could you find out in the coming days, or what could you have potentially found out recently? Okay, what needs work? What will you find out? What needs work? What will you find out? Okay, so we have the Death card in reverse. Very interesting. So this makes me feel like what you could find out, there's a particular ending, a potential ending in this situation. Let me get another card. There's a potential ending in this situation. Let me get some more information. What kind of ending? What kind of ending or news are you receiving this week, or have you received? 6 of Wands. Very interesting. So the 6 of Wands suggests being seen, being a leader. So this makes me feel like you might have received some news lately that the particular person on your mind doesn't have the time because their work is taking off, is becoming successful, or they're being seen. Somebody else is seeing them. They could have gotten a promotion or more responsibilities related to the work that they're doing or the industry that they're in. And so they could have approached you and let you know, hey, my work is taking off, my career is picking up, and so we need to take a step back. We need to take some time so that I can work on myself, so I could work on my career. So the person on your mind, if this resonates with you, could have given you some news recently that they need to take a step back from the relationship or the time that they're spending with you so that they can work on their career. Okay, so if that resonates with you, let's continue on with the message. So the next card I'm going to choose is, what are your thoughts and feelings? What are your thoughts? How are you feeling? And what do you want out of this particular situation with this person? What are your thoughts, your feelings, and your wants? What are your thoughts, your feelings, and your wants? What are your thoughts, your feelings, and your wants regarding this potential relationship or this situation that you're in? Okay, so we got a lot of reversal cards here, which suggests that this news threw you for a loop and made you very frustrated. Okay, because we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is about waiting. So I feel like you let this person know that you're willing to wait for them. You're willing to take the time that they need to pull away from you, to separate from you in order to do this work. You're willing to wait for them, and that you have strong feelings for this person. You, like I said, are willing to wait for the time that it'll take to rekindle the emotional romance that the two of you had with one another. Muse of Emotions, Muse of Cups makes me feel, this is like the King of Cups. So this makes me feel like, even though it might have been upsetting for you, you maybe had a feeling that this was coming, and so you were actually very balanced. You were very compassionate towards the news that they give you, and you didn't fight with them about it. You didn't, throw up a tantrum or anything like that. But maybe it did upset you, but you told them, I'm willing to wait for you. I'm willing because I really care about you. So you had compassion for the news that they gave you. Five of Pentacles is about lack or loss. Because it's in reverse, I feel like that's a confirmation. You didn't necessarily feel like you're losing this person, but that you're putting a pause or putting the brakes on so that they can take the time that they need. Four of Cups is about being downhearted because you're not seeing what's available to you. Because it's in reverse, again, I do feel like that confirms what I was just saying, is that you weren't necessarily that hurt about the news. Even though it might have been upsetting because you care about this person, you feel strongly enough about them that you're willing to wait. You're willing to wait for the harvest of this particular relationship. Okay, so that's beautiful. It does show me that you are balanced and that you are willing and able to wait emotionally for the time that this person needs to move forward in this relationship. So that is very beautiful to see, very beautiful to hear. So next I'm going to see, what are their feelings, what are their thoughts and wants regarding this situation, this potential relationship. What are their thoughts and their feelings regarding this situation? Okay, so we have the Page of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Very beautiful. So it seems like the two of you took this news very calm and balanced. The Page of Cups makes me feel like this person that you are thinking about wants to revisit the situation. They are caught up in work. They're caught up in working with their coworkers, with their team, in their industry. And so their mind is taken away from you at this time so that they can focus on working with other people. But the Queen of Cups makes me feel like they're also balanced. They also care about you emotionally. And again, they do want to revisit this situation. Page of Cups is like a new beginning in the feeling realm, in the emotions. So they do want to revisit this emotional situation with you once they feel like, okay, my work is situated, my work is balanced, I feel like I've got the momentum going and I can revisit this relationship, I can revisit the feelings that I have for you. So that's what they're thinking at this time, is that they are also willing to revisit the relationship at a point when they feel solid in the work that they're doing at this time. Okay? So next I'm going to find out, what are some potential obstacles and blocks and differences that the two of you have regarding this situation, if there's anything other than the work that they need to do. I'm going to use this specific card deck, the Love Oracle deck. Any obstacles, blocks, or differences that might be hindering this relationship from moving forward. Obstacles, blocks, differences that might be hindering this relationship moving forward. Obstacles, blocks, or differences that might be hindering this relationship from moving forward. We have self-indulgence. Very interesting. So it says focus on self, self-work, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. So this, for me, confirms what I was saying, that this person is focusing on their self. They're focusing on their work and appreciating the momentum and the energy that they feel is moving forward into their work life, their career, and they want to focus on that right now. So I feel like that confirms again what I was saying, that the potential obstacle is the focus on self or the focus on work that this person is doing at this time. Okay. So the next question I'm going to ask is, what is working? What are some similarities that you two carry that might continue the relationship forward? What is working here? What is working in this situation? What energy could carry this relationship forward at the right time? What is working and what could carry this relationship forward at the right time? Coffee cup. Meeting, conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. Very beautiful. Okay, so some similarities are the two of you have a good friendship. You have a solid foundation of, where the two of you feel like you're friends, you're comrades. You can meet and laugh and joke and enjoy each other's company. So I think going forward, even though you might be stepping back from the romantic side of this relationship and giving each other space so that this person can go off and do their work that they need to do and feel accomplished in, while you're doing that, I think the two of you can remain close friends. You can connect, you can go out when they get off work, have a drink, have a cup of coffee, anything like that, where you're keeping the flame going, but in a sense that's less emotional, less involved. Okay, so again, what's working is the friendship, the camaraderie. So the two of you can continue that more light-hearted aspect of this situation while this person goes off and does the work that they need to do at this time. Okay, so next I'm going to see, what is the emotional compatibility here? Why are the two of you emotionally compatible, or are you emotionally compatible? Let's find out some more information. What is the emotional compatibility in this situation? Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Very interesting. So the Seven of Wands is about space, needing to hold your own space when you are under attack or when people are judging you. Okay, so very interesting. And the Ten of Swords is about thoughts that are victimizing you, keeping you up at night. Very interesting. So the two of you, your emotional compatibility is based upon maybe the trauma that you've overcome or the negative criticism that the two of you have had in your life. It's possible that the two of you could have been black sheeps or people that are different from others in your friends or your family group. And so because of that, because of those differences that you feel with your friends or your family, the two of you connect emotionally based on the differences that you feel in society or in your community. Okay, so the emotional compatibility here is based again on the two of you being able to hold your ground amongst criticism. The emotional compatibility here is based on being able to hold your ground amongst criticism. Okay, so the next card I'm going to choose is physical compatibility. What is your physical compatibility based on? What is your physical compatibility based on? What is your physical compatibility based on? The Empress. Ooh, juicy. So the Empress is creativity, fertility. So this could be a good sexual compatibility. The two of you have like a fertile physical essence. So I feel like this means that that your sexual chemistry is very strong. That the two of you, when you get intimate with one another, are the chemistry, like I said, is very high between you two. So I do feel like your physical life, your romantic life, your intimacy is very high. And that is what keeps you two drawn to one another, is the physical intimacy, the strong chemistry that the two of you feel when your bodies come in close connection with one another. So yes, physical chemistry is very high between the two of you. And I feel like this is something that's going to keep the energy running, the emotions charged up, even though this person says they need to take some space for their work. I do feel like because they feel insane chemistry with you, that it's going to make them want to rekindle this flame soon enough. So the next question I'm going to ask is, what is the mental compatibility between you two based on? What is the mental compatibility between you two based upon? Wow, the Tower in reverse. So this definitely makes me feel like what I was saying about the emotional compatibility is based on some trauma or some black sheep energy where the two of you feel like you're different from the people around you, and that's what emotionally brings you two together. And mentally, I feel like that's true too, that there's some sort of trauma or hardships that the two of you have overcome individually in your life, and because of that, you're able to mentally and emotionally connect on the strength that has been required based on this overcoming energy. The two of you have a huge overcoming energy, and you're strong and courageous because of that. And mentally and emotionally, that's what keeps you two entwined and interested in one another. Your physical chemistry is insane. It's very strong, the way your bodies come together and you just feel that passion and that power. Mentally and emotionally, I think it's based on the hardships that the two of you have overcome individually, and the strength and the resiliency that you two have developed because of that also brings the two of you together as well. So the next card I'm going to draw for this reading, and this should finish up your reading for this week, is what is the potential future outcome? Okay, what is the potential future outcome of this relationship? What is the potential? Okay, so we have the Five of Cups in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse as well. Interesting. So I do feel like this confirms what I was saying, is that it's on a pause. It's on a hiatus. The Five of Cups is about being remorseful of some sort of loss. And the Two of Cups is about coming together in union. It's a very positive soulmate lovers card. And because it's in reverse, I don't feel like this is something that's going to be a forever ending. I do feel, like I said, it's a pause. You told this person you're willing to wait for them to do the work that they need on themselves, and they feel inspired that you emotionally, they're in touch with you, and you are strong and compassionate and able to wait for them without throwing a tantrum, without feeling afraid. And so I do feel like these cards represent that there's a pause, that there's a hiatus here, but that there is a strong potential for reconciliation in the near future. So lastly, I'm going to choose the Love Oracle card to answer this question. What is the potential future outcome for this situation? Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. So I do feel, I'm not necessarily looking through at this third party interference because I don't think that's a problem here, but I am drawn to the attraction, flirting, dating, and hooking up because like I said, the two of you have a strong chemistry and insane bodily attraction towards one another, and so I feel like this is going to be a seduction where the two of you, like I said, can go out, have a drink, have a cup of coffee after work, and reflect on all the progress that this person is making in their life. And you can still have that attraction and that dating. It might be a little less involved than it was before to give this person the space and the time that they need to do this work. But I do feel like the two of you are going to continue this interaction just in a more lighthearted way. Okay? So that is a very beautiful and powerful reading. If you resonated with this message, go ahead and comment a rose or flower emoji down below, okay? Again, if you resonated and you want to claim this message for yourself, comment a rose or flower emoji. Also, remember to like this video, subscribe, and share with a friend if you think that they will appreciate this message as well. I'm so grateful to have done this reading for you. If you want a more personalized reading, you can always click the link in the description box and book that for yourself. Until our next reading, I'm sending you so much peace and love. Bye for now. Hi there, card number 2. Thank you so much for joining me for your reading this week. To find out more details about this situationship or this third-party interaction that you might be in. So the card that you are drawn to in the beginning is the 3 of Pentacles, and the crystal that you are drawn to is the rose quartz. So the 3 of Pentacles does make me feel like there is a third-party interference here. So it could be like the person on your mind is talking or involved with another person. It also could be that you are involved with multiple people, but I feel like it's more on their side, that they're focusing on multiple people at this time, talking or involved with another person. So let me get some more information on this. What do you need to know about this situation as a whole and this potential third-party interaction? Okay, so it says not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, person, boundaries, still angry. Okay, so it could be that this person on your mind is avoiding a conversation with you and they have their walls up. And it also could be that you found out about the situation and you're still angry, but you don't know how to deal with it. So let me get some more information about this relationship as a whole, the situation as a whole. Is this a third-party interaction? Okay, so we have the Grim Reaper, the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life, and seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, and third-party interference. So this card does list third-party interference, that this person is being tempted, is hooking up with other people, and it says that the relationship is over, no second chances, okay? So remember to take what resonates with you, but I do feel like it's possible recently you found out that this person is hooking up with other people and you were very disturbed by it, and it's possible that this situation is completely over and there's no second chances. But maybe the two of you haven't had this conversation, you haven't dealt with what's going on here. Let me get some more information, okay? So what are your thoughts and feelings and wants regarding this situation? What are your thoughts, feelings, and wants regarding this situation? Okay, so we have the Magician, the 8 of Swords, the King of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. Okay, what are your wants? I do feel like if you could, you would wave your magic wand and make the situation resolve in your favor. But I do feel like you're very disturbed by finding out that this person is involved with somebody else. And you're trying to see from the highest vantage point. You're trying to be logical rather than emotional You're trying to, think about the situation rather than let it disturb you. And the Three of Wands is about moving to a new horizon. So, yeah, like I said, I do feel like if you could wave your magic wand, you would resolve the situation, but you are completely disturbed by it. So, I do feel like you are the one who's saying that this relationship is over. There's no second chances, and you're ready and willing to grow and transform your life. So, yeah, the King of Swords makes me feel like even though it hurt you and disturbed you, you are not willing to be the second person with anybody. You know what you want, and so you're ready and willing to move forward in a way that satisfies you and that works for you. Like I said, you're not going to be somebody's second person or somebody's mistress, or somebody that just takes the leftovers. That's not you. That's not what you want. And so, like I said, even though if you could, you would make this situation resolve in your favor, what you're doing right now is more so focusing on yourself rather than being disturbed by what this other person is doing. So that's a very positive thing. So let me go ahead and find out what are their thoughts and feelings and wants in this situation. What is the other person's thoughts, feelings, and wants in this situation? What are their thoughts, feelings, and wants regarding this situation? The Hierophant. Very interesting. The Hierophant is about seeking higher wisdom. So maybe they feel like what they're doing is wrong, and they're trying to work it out spiritually. That's very interesting. I wasn't expecting that. They're trying to work this situation out from a spiritual perspective and see what is actually right. What is the right thing to do here? Maybe they're not used to thinking in terms of what's the right thing to do. Maybe they are just used to being selfish, but perhaps there's something about you that makes them feel like they did the wrong thing. And so they want to see from a higher vantage point. That's really interesting. Let me get some more information on them. What are their thoughts, wants, and feelings regarding this situation? The Eight of Pentacles. So this is about self-mastery. So I feel like this situation is making them want to work on themselves spiritually and to do the right thing for other people, because I don't feel like they want to be this person that just thinks about themselves, is very selfish and narcissistic. Somebody, I feel like they recognize that they possibly hurt you. And the fact that you're saying, okay, well, there's no second chances here. I'm not going to eat anybody's leftovers. I'm going to be the one or the none. So because you let this person know how you feel, that you are not willing to be the second person for anybody, they are seeing that they made a mistake. And it's actually making them want to work on themselves and become a better person, which is very interesting. So the next question I'm going to ask are, what are some obstacles? What are the blocks for this relationship to move forward or this situation to evolve? What are the obstacles and blocks here? What are the obstacles and blocks of this situation to move forward? Okay, so we have the Five of Wands and the Two of Cups. So I do feel like this confirms what I was saying about other people being involved. The Five of Wands is about working or fighting with other people. And the Two of Cups is about lovers coming together, offering their cup to one another, offering their their everything to one other person. So the obstacle here is because of other people blocking the one-on-one aspect of this situation. So again, I do feel like the obstacle to this union is other people. The fighting with other people, the working with other people, the hooking up with other people is blocking this union from coming together with two people who love each other and are dedicated to one another. Okay, so the next question I'm going to ask is, what are some similarities that the two of you have? And what is the potential for this to actually work? What was working, and what are the similarities that you two have? What was working in this situation, and what are some similarities that the two of you have? So the Knight of Cups, the similarities that the two of you have are how passionate you are emotionally, and the love that you have for the idea of love. So yes, the similarities that the two of you have are your emotions, your emotional passion. Okay? And if there's anything that was working, it's the passion that the two of you felt for one another. You definitely have strong emotions, passionate feelings, romantic too. The two of you are very romantic, and I do feel like that's where your similarities were the romance between the two of you, the passion that you had emotionally for one another. That's what was working, and that's what your similarities are in this particular situation. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to find out is, what is your emotional compatibility with this person? What is your emotional compatibility with this person? What is your emotional compatibility with this person? The Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. So emotional compatibility is based on patience, based on the ability to wait for what you want, which is very interesting because it feels like kind of the opposite of what was presented here. Emotional compatibility is based on the ability to wait for what you want. And if this person did indeed have a third-party interaction or a hookup with somebody, then that doesn't really line up because they weren't willing to wait for what they wanted. But it does suggest that, there is patience to manifest here. So maybe that's what they liked about you emotionally, is your patience, because you did get the Magician, which makes me feel like you have the ability to manifest what you want. And a big part of that is waiting, being patient while you wait for things to manifest. So that is very interesting. Emotional compatibility is based on being able to be patient and wait for manifestation. Very interesting. Okay, so next I'm going to see, what is your physical compatibility with this person? What is your physical compatibility with them? So we have the Page of, two pages, very interesting. Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles. So, physical compatibility is actually based on mental and physical stimulation. I do feel like this person admires your ability to manifest or to create and achieve goals in life. Because the Page of Pentacles is about manifestation, like new beginnings in the physical. And you, like I said, you got the Magician, and your emotional compatibility was the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like this person loves your ability to know what you want, to go after it, to be patient, and to continue the work that it takes to reach a goal. And maybe that's something that they have lacking within themselves, and why they want to focus on working on themselves and self mastery. I feel like this is something that they see in you and they admire that about you. And so now that this situation happened the way it did, it's making them want to seek from a more spiritual perspective, from a higher perspective, from their higher self, and to work on themselves to become the best version of themselves. So, yeah, your physical and mental and emotional compatibility is based on the admiration that they have for your ability to manifest. So, that is very interesting. Okay, so lastly, what I'm going to do is choose some cards for a potential future outcome. It did say that the relationship is over, there's no second chances, but you never know. So let's get some more information. What is the potential future outcome of this situation? What is the potential future outcome of this situation? The Five of Pentacles in reverse. So, it is slim to none. The Five of Pentacles is about lack, about loss, about not having enough. So I would say the potential for this future is slim to none. Okay. Let me choose one final love oracle to answer this question. What is the potential future outcome for this relationship? Potential future outcome for this relationship, this situation. Got several cards here. Very interesting. So we had a few cards, 6 cards that came out. So let me kind of sum them up here. So we have the runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, and listening to ego. I do feel like this represents the other person here, that they had a fear of intimacy and that they're listening to their ego that says, you know, I want what I want. And that's what led them astray, led them to a third party interaction, is listening to their ego and a fear of intimacy. So I do feel like they're the person that's running away. Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. So like I said, you know, there was some news that you found out that this person was dealing with another person, and that caused a sudden and shocking change, but it also is leading to transformation in this other person's life. I do feel like they were hurt by their own actions, and it's leading them to want to be a better person. It says endings bring new beginnings. It's possible that if this person does change, that if they learn from the lack here, learn from the loss of this experience, then there could be a new beginning, because this card says breakup, separation, stop the pattern. So maybe this separation, this breakup, was so that they could stop this pattern, stop listening to their ego, stop being seduced or fearing being emotionally intimate with somebody else. We also have the Phoenix, which says new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. So like I said, I do feel like if this person does change significantly and truthfully change, not just pretend to change, but actually feel like some sort of drastic transformation is due because of the hurt that they did to you, then again, it's possible that there can be a rekindle here, or a completely new phase of this situation. And the camera card says reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past and make memories. So I do feel like this person is thinking heavily about you. They are reminiscing, and they do want to learn from their past mistake. Okay, so yes, this is very clear here that on your side, I do feel like it's slim to none that the two of you will get back together. But this person is reminiscing on you. They are hurt by their own actions, and they want to stop the pattern. They want to completely change and transform to be a better person. So that's exceptionally positive. So there is a potential for the two of you. I do feel it's up to you to see if they do make this progress, if they do make this change and they're willing to show you that they're willing to work for you. They're willing to work on themselves to be a better person, not just for you, for them as well. But if you do see this change and you see this progress in their behavior and in the way they go about their life, then it's possible that two of you can rekindle and move forward into a better, more honest, trustworthy situation. So that is very positive. Okay. So if you resonated with this message and you want to claim it for yourself, go ahead and comment a magic wand or a crystal ball emoji, a magic wand or a crystal ball emoji to claim this message for yourself. Also, like this video, subscribe, and go ahead and share with a friend if you think they will resonate as well. And remember, if you want a deeper personal reading, the link is available in the description box below to book that for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me this week for your reading. I look forward to our next one. Until then, sending you so much peace and love. Bye for now. Hi there, card number 3. Thank you so much for joining me for your reading this week to find out about a situationship or a particular interaction with somebody where you need to know what are their intentions for you and for a potential relationship with you. So the card that you were drawn to in the beginning is the World, and the crystal that you were drawn to is the citrine quartz. So very interesting. The World card is about reaching a successful completion, reaching a new level, something completing, something wrapping up. And the card that was just drawn is meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan or set a date. Very interesting. So this is very intriguing, the overall theme regarding this situation with someone. Okay, I feel like the two of you are reaching a new level where you're going to officially begin dating one another. Okay, so it's possible that you met someone and you were talking with one another. You're just kind of testing the waters and seeing, are we interested in one another? Are we going to move forward? Are we going to make this official? But I feel like, okay, now the two of you are ready to make this situation official and say like, okay, we're dating. We are officially dating. We were just talking. We were just testing the waters. We were just interested. But now the situation with this person is reaching a new level where you want to explore potential relationship with one another. So I'm going to get some more information. So what are your feelings, your thoughts, and your wants regarding this new romance, this new title that the two of you may be putting on this relationship? What are your thoughts, your feelings, and your wants? What are your thoughts, your feelings, and your wants? Ooh, okay, so we have the Fool, Awakening, which is Judgment card, Ace of Wands, and Justice. Okay, so the Fool card is about taking a leap of faith, trusting the universe. And I feel like that's where you're at now. You just want to take a leap of faith. You don't want to keep testing the waters. You want to dive into the waters. The Judgment card is about self-worth, honoring your own light, seeing the highest light in yourself. Ace of Wands is about passion, new passion. Justice is about balance, making sure that everything is fair and equal. Okay, so what you want to take a leap of faith. You want to honor your heart. You want this person to be just for you and you alone. You don't want them to be out there testing the waters with anybody else. You want to make this official, which for you would be fair if the two of you put a title or an official label on this relationship. And you're very passionate about this person. I can see that they're sparking a fire within you, maybe that you haven't felt for a long time. And so that's why you're ready. You're ready to take the leap with this person. So that's overall what you're feeling and what you're wanting is for this situation to be fair in the sense that the two of you have a title, a label, and you're willing to take a leap of faith because you're fired up and you're passionate about this situation with this person. Okay, so now I'm going to choose what are their thoughts, their feelings, and their wants regarding this situation. What are their thoughts, their feelings, and their wants? Four of Swords is about rest. Okay. So maybe they're tired of playing the dating game and they're ready to rest in your arms. We have the Five of Cups, which is about sadness, feeling a sense of loss. What are their thoughts, their feelings, their wants? What are their thoughts, their feelings, and their wants regarding this relationship, this situation with you? Okay, we have Magician, the Hermit, Ten of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So I feel like this person has gone through a lot of pain in relationships, and I feel like it's caused them to be a little bit, standoffish, a little bit like, I'm not sure if I want to be with another person because I've been hurt in the past. And so it's caused them to go within themselves. And, I feel like they've been deceived before, they've been cheated on, they've been hurt in some sort of way. And so they took a break. Yes, that's what this Four of Swords. They took a break. They took a rest from being with another person, from dating another person, because they, like I said, they got hurt. They were traumatized by a different relationship with somebody else. And they've been experiencing painful emotions for a period of time. And that caused them to take, like I said, rest from the dating pool, not interested in being in a relationship with somebody, going within themselves. But I do feel like they want to create this Ten of Pentacles. This is a big happy family. This is a soulmate union, the children, the home, the abundance. So this is what they want. They want the children, the home, the abundance. They want to create a beautiful life with another person. That is what they want. But again, they have felt some fear, sadness, and taken some time off from being with another person because of the deception that they experienced previously. But they do have the intentions and the desire to create a happy home, to create an abundant, stable life with another person. So that is very positive. So the next question I'm going to ask are, what are some potential obstacles or blocks or differences that the two of you have that may prevent a relationship? Obstacles, blocks, or differences that may prevent a relationship. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Very interesting. So the Four of Pentacles is about being stable, being abundant, being financially secure. Six of Pentacles is about sharing, about giving and receiving. So if you have abundance, you give abundance. So I feel like a potential obstacle, block, or difference that the two of you might have are financial goals. Okay? Maybe one person wants to hold on to their wealth. Maybe the other person wants to be a philanthropist or something like that. But I do feel like the potential obstacles to a union are differences when it comes to how wealth is generated or shared. Ten of Pentacles, again, like I said, is being abundant, having a happy home, a stable relationship, and abundance, security. And Four of Pentacles is about security. It's about feeling financially secure. And the Six of Pentacles is about sharing that wealth. So yes, I feel, again, like I said, potential obstacle, block, or differences is the way that wealth or finances are generated and how they're used, how they're utilized. Are they shared in the community? Does one of you want to be a charitable donator and the other one doesn't, wants to hold on to every little piece of the money? So that could be potential differences between the two of you, are finances and financial goals. So the next question I'm going to ask is, what's working in this relationship? Or potential relationship with this person? What are some similarities that the two of you have that could make this work out? What are some similarities that the two of you have that can make this work out? So the Hierophant is about traditions, about seeking higher wisdom, spirituality. So I feel like some similarities that the two of you have are your spiritual traditions or your religious affiliation or your culture. So something related to tradition, culture, spirituality, or religion is what brings the two of you together. You have very similar philosophy about life. So that is what can keep the two of you going over the long haul, is your similar philosophy or outlook or culture related to how you see life or how you interact with the culture through your religion, through your spirituality, or just how you operate in the world as a whole. Okay, so next I'm going to find out, what's your emotional compatibility with this person? What is your emotional compatibility with this person? Five of Wands. Emotional compatibility is about working together. The two of you can come together emotionally because you know how to work together. You know how to work through anything that comes up, any challenges or anything that needs to be taken care of, anything that needs to be done. The two of you can see eye to eye and work together, and that's your emotional compatibility. So next, what is your physical compatibility? How are the two of you physically compatible? What is your physical compatibility with this person? The Eight of Cups. Very interesting. So the Eight of Cups is about letting go, letting whatever is bringing you down, whatever is hurting you, letting it go so you can start over. And that definitely reminds me of what I said, that this person went through some trauma, some deception in a previous relationship, and that's what caused them to fear being in another relationship with somebody else. But your physical compatibility is based on letting go. So I feel like energetically you are helping this person let go of their past, let go of those emotions that maybe made them feel like they don't want to be with anybody ever again. So the physical compatibility, what brings you two together physically, is your ability to help this person let go of any painful emotions that showed them that they didn't want to be with anybody. And that's what's making this go to the next level, because they're thinking like, wow, this person really understands me. They get me. I feel like I can trust them. They trust you. And that is what's making their body, their soul open up to another potential relationship with somebody, despite the pain that they felt in the past, is their ability to trust you. So your physical compatibility with this person, again, is based on trust and their ability to let go of the painful emotions of the past. So next we're going to choose, what is the what is the mental compatibility that the two of you share? What is your mental compatibility based upon? What is the mental compatibility of this situation based upon? 9 of Pentacles. So the mental compatibility is based upon your desire to have a successful life. Your mental compatibility is based on the two of you, your desire to have bliss and abundance and to have a successful physical life, to reap the benefits of work. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of abundance and a lot of physical. One of you might be an earth sign, either a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, or the two of you have strong earth energy, because the earth signs want to actually manifest tangible goals. And I feel like that's something that the two of you share and are very compatible with, are the physical goals, the abundance, the life, like traveling, eating, and the sensual experiences that, like Tauruses, for instance, really love. They love those sensual experiences of eating out, traveling the world, and tasting the pleasures of life physically. Anything you can physically get your hand on and manifest abundance and achieve goals. I definitely feel like that's a huge compatibility here, is your desire for abundance, your desire for wealth, to achieve goals. And I feel like that's something that the two of you can work together to achieve, is this 10 of Pentacles. Like I said, this home, this stable union, this home, this abundance, this traveling the world, eating in beautiful places and delicious restaurants, and, just tasting the spice of life. I feel like the two of you are very compatible when it comes to the physical essence and what you want to achieve and manifest in your life. And so that's very beautiful. I love that. Okay, so the last couple cards we're going to choose are related to a potential future outcome here. What is the potential future outcome regarding this relationship, this situation? What is the potential future outcome of this situation or relationship? The Strength. Beautiful energy. So I feel like the two of you have a very solid foundation to stand upon, and you have a very encouraging future with this person. The Strength card is about looking fear in the face and having the courage to accomplish or do or overcome whatever you want, okay? And like I said, I think the physical compatibility was based upon the trust that they have with you, and you're helping them let go of anything that's holding them back. And that's similar to, they're both 8s. I just noticed that. And 8s is about abundance and physical, financial manifestation. So definitely encouraging. We have some good energy here about abundance and reaching physical success based on overcoming trauma, overcoming any hardships or negative emotions that could potentially hold this person back. And so the potential future outcome of this is strong, based on the strength, the courage, and the overcoming of any hardships. Okay, so definitely some solid foundations here. The potential future outcome of this relationship is very positive. Okay, so if the two of you, like I said, are just reaching a new level where you're going to put an official title on your relationship, I can tell you that the future outcome is very positive for the two of you to have a very strong and solid relationship. So that's very beautiful. I'm very happy to see that. So last card, I'm just going to reiterate that same question with the Love Oracle deck. What is the potential future outcome of this relationship? What is the potential future outcome of this relationship? Healing hearts. Oh my gosh. This confirms everything I was just saying. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Yes. So this person's heart is healing. They trust you. You're helping them open up and release all the pain of the past, all the heartbreak that they've experienced, and the two of you have a solid foundation based on your love of sensuality, the physical things, the wealth and the abundance and the goals that you want to accomplish and achieve in your life. And yeah, solid foundation of overcoming fear, being courageous in the face of any negative experiences. So that is amazing. That is beautiful. I love it. Okay, so if you want to claim this message for yourself, go ahead and comment a healing heart emoji. There's a little emoji that has like a band-aid or something over it. So either comment the healing heart emoji or just a heart emoji overall. The healing heart or a regular heart emoji to claim this message for yourself, okay? And also don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and also share with a friend if there's someone you think will resonate with this video as well. I'm so grateful to have been able to do this reading for you this week. Until our next one, I'm sending you so much peace and love. Bye for now. Hi there, card number 4. Thank you so much for joining me for your reading this week. To find out what are the details of a particular situationship or interaction that you're experiencing with somebody else. So the card that you were drawn to in the beginning is the 9 of Wands reversed, and the crystal, the stone that you were drawn to is the agate. And this card that just popped up that represents the overall theme, the relationship or the situation as of now, is separation. It says sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning and unsure of the future. So the 9 of Wands in reverse is about being trapped by boundaries or being unwilling to let go of a battle or a story. Okay, so something about boundaries, being trapped by boundaries or being unwilling to let go of an old story or an old battle is causing a separation here, okay, or an uncertainty about the future. So something regarding old stories, old battles, or boundaries are preventing this relationship at this time from moving in a positive direction. So let me get some more information about this relationship as it is now, or this situation. So we have twin flames, yin yang, zen balance, union, duality, coupling, and complement each other. Very interesting. Okay, so sometimes twin flames, the energy surrounding the two of you is so strong that it causes conflicts. Okay, so it's possible that some sort of boundary is causing a conflict and it's causing separation here. But I do feel like the two of you are very strongly tied to one another. Okay, so let me get some more information. What is the overall energy surrounding the situation as of now? Photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, and make new memories. Very interesting. Okay. So like I said, there's a twin flame energy here that is causing a conflict because maybe the two of you are very similar, okay? Okay, yes. So definitely feeling like there's a strong tie between the two of you, kind of like a past life relationship type of situation where, that reminds me of this card. Okay, so if this resonates with you, and if it is the case, the two of you could have a past life connection, or something from a former life, or like something in your karma that is an old story or an old battle or an old wound that the two of you have shared for lifetimes. Okay, and it might be something that caused a separation in a former life or former situation. Okay, but the two of you are so strongly tied to one another that this photograph card says that even if the two of you do separate, you'll constantly be thinking about one another, constantly be reminiscing on the other person and nostalgic. So even if the two of you are not together, you will be nostalgic for one another, even if you move on to another partnership. relationship. And I do feel that it's based on some sort of karma or past life connection that you share with this person, that you've had stories for lifetimes. You've had battles and experiences that you've had over lifetimes, over centuries, that the two of you have shared with one another. So again, that could be a very strong tie between the two of you. And if you're going to continue being together in this life and in this timeline, then there's some old wounds and some old stories that may need to be let go of to move you beyond this boundary and this separation. Okay. It's very interesting so far. So the next question I'm going to ask is what are your feelings? What are your thoughts, your feelings, and your wants regarding this situation, this relationship with this person? What are your thoughts, your feelings, your wants regarding this situation with this person? What are your thoughts, feelings, and wants regarding this situation with this person? What are your thoughts, feelings, and wants regarding the situation with this person? What are your thoughts, feelings, and wants regarding the situation with this person? Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles, very interesting. The Moon and the Lovers. Okay, so I definitely feel like this confirms what I was saying. The Knight of Pentacles is one of the most patient and hardworking archetypes in the tarot deck. It's the farmer, the person who plants the seed and does all the hard work over the seasons, over the cycles to make sure they're reaping a harvest in the end. So this is about patience, hard work, dedication to accomplishing a goal. And I do feel like that's what you want, okay? You feel strongly tied subconsciously to this person. There is a connection with this person that is indescribable, is something that you don't understand because it's subconscious, it's karmic, it's based on, like I said, a former lifetime connection, a twin flame connection with this person, that they're like in your blood, they're in your soul, they're tied to you karmically. And so you're willing to do the work, you're willing to put in the time, the effort, the dedication to make this union last. The Lover's card is like that decision to be with somebody, that soulmate union, the work, the yin yang, the balance between the negative and the positive, the feminine and the masculine. It's balance between energies to make a union work. And so, yeah, I do feel like you have a very subconscious tie, a karmic connection with this person that makes you feel like no matter what, you're willing to put in the work, the dedication to make this soulmate union last. So this is very strong energy that you share with this person for sure. Next question I'm going to ask is, what are their thoughts and feelings and wants regarding the situation? What are their thoughts, feelings, and wants regarding this situation? Okay, so we have the Five of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So they want to overcome plaguing thoughts that make them feel like they have to fight to get what they want. They want to be emotionally balanced. So there's some sort of mental or emotional instability in this other person. And they want, like I said, to be emotionally compatible, emotionally grounded, emotionally intelligent, and secure within themselves, because they have a lot of plaguing thoughts that make them feel like, for whatever reason, they feel like life isn't on their side, or, they have to fight to get what they want. They don't feel like things come easily for them. And so they just want to be balanced emotionally, so they don't feel like victim energy or fighting energy. There's something about this person that fights. And that may be what's causing this separation. Like when they are with you, it's hard. When they're not with you, it's hard. No matter what, they feel like this push and pull energy regarding you. And it might be like this, like I said, this past life boundary or old story that the two of you share, that no matter what they do, they can't get away from you. And they want to be with you, but they want to be balanced emotionally. So they're trying to understand these thoughts and this energy within them, this fighting energy, this feeling of just intrepidation towards life and towards this relationship. And so they want to be emotionally balanced, emotionally coherent and stable. But there's something about their mind that's plaguing them. I can see that. So the next question I'm going to ask are, what are some potential obstacles, blocks, and differences? Okay, what are some potential obstacles preventing this union from being solid and stable and positive? What are some potential obstacles and blocks and differences in this situation? Potential obstacles and blocks in this situation. Death. Wow. So, yeah, this makes me feel like the mental anguish that this person feels causes endings and separation to happen when they're not necessary. And that is the block. You know what you want. You're willing to put in the work. You feel connected to this person over lifetimes. They don't understand that energy. They don't understand this anguish, this angst of feeling like you need to be with somebody, but also feeling like there's a battle or a wound that hasn't been overcome. They don't understand it. And so it causes them to pull apart from you. But you know that they're your twin flame. You feel this karmic tie, this karmic connection. But it's so strong that it causes separation between the two of you. But then when they're away from you, they reminisce and they look at your photographs and they are nostalgic for you. So the two of you end up coming back together. Like I said, there might be this push-pull energy between the two of you where, you can't be apart and you can't be together. So this is very interesting. Potential obstacle is continually ending the relationship without deciphering what is this energy that we need to move through so that we can move past this boundary, move past this story, and actually come together and have a harmonious relationship. So next I'm going to ask, what's working here? What are some similarities that the two of you share that might allow you to come together in a positive way? What are some similarities between the two of you? What's working here? What are some similarities between the two of you and what's working in this situation? What are some similarities between the two of you and what's working in this situation? What are some similarities between the two of you and what's working? Okay, so we have the Fool, the Ten of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Five of Cups. Very interesting energy. Like, this does confirm the dichotomy, the push-pull, the paradox of wanting to be together and not wanting to be together. So some similarities between the two of you. Very interesting energy here. This is like such a paradox. So we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Devil. The Ten of Pentacles is being together, having the family, the children, the house, the abundance, the security. This is having it all in regards to a family and a home. And then we have the Devil, which is like looking at the negatives, having a perception of something that's keeping you trapped in a negative thinking loop. We have the Five of Cups, which is also about looking at the negative emotions, the sadness, the depression. So there's something about sadness and depression and having a negative perspective that is something that the two of you share, because this question was about similarities and, what's working here. But, this paradox just makes me feel like the similarities that you have together is this karmic tie, is this lifetime of connection, many lifetimes of connection with this particular person. So the two of you, the Fool, it's like you and the universe are one. Your relationship is based on a universal connection. The two of you, if you're not married in this life, have been married in a previous life. And you might have unresolved issues that you have to come back together to resolve. I just had that thought. That could be what's keeping you together, and what's working is this unresolved issue that the two of you are going to continue to repeat over lifetimes if you don't come together and overcome the sadness, the depression, the negative perspectives, and take a leap of faith and make it work with one another. Okay, so yeah, very interesting. It's a paradox of lifetimes of unresolved situation that you have with this person that keeps bringing the two of you together. Okay, so the next question I'm going to ask is, what is your physical compatibility with this person? What makes the two of you physically compatible? The Sun. Very interesting. So the Sun is about optimism, innocence, hope, seeing life from a childlike perspective. So the two of you share an innocence. The two of you share an innocent perspective of life. Okay, and this is a paradoxical energy here, because there's some strong sadness and angst and anguish, but also there's an innocent quality that brings the two of you together, that makes you physically compatible, makes you emotionally compatible, is your innocence. So that's very interesting. Your optimism, your hope. So the two of you share an optimistic outlook on life, and that makes you compatible. So I believe I just did physical compatibility, so I'm going to do emotional, mental compatibility. What makes the two of you mentally and emotionally compatible with one another? Okay, so we have Temperance, Seven of Cups, Four of Cups, and Knight of Swords. Okay. So your mental emotional compatibility is based on your ability to balance the good and the bad. Okay, and to have clarity about your emotions and choosing one another. I feel like anytime you're separated, you choose one another again. So your mental emotional compatibility is based upon, again, the balance of the dark and the light that the two of you have shared over many lifetimes with one another, and your ability to come back to one another and choose one another despite this angst, this anguish, this paradoxical energy of can't be without them, can't be with them type of thing. And you have clarity for one another. You have clarity that no matter what, you're always going to come back together. Okay? So yes, your physical, mental, emotional compatibilities based on your innocence, your optimistic view of life, your ability to balance the dark and the light, and to choose one another every time. Very interesting energy here for sure. So the next couple of cards I'm going to choose to finish off your reading are, what is the potential future outcome for this relationship? What is the potential future outcome here? Three of Cups. Very beautiful energy. So this is about coming together in community, loving one another wholeheartedly for who you are. So I do feel that this means the two of you are going to work through this every time. Even if you split up, you're going to come back together and choose one another, because you just are just tied to one another. This Three of Cups is like soul tribe energy. It's that community that you choose every time, because that you just have this tie to them, this soul tribe, this karmic energy where you're connected energetically with one another. So yes, the potential outcome for this relationship in the future is very strong. I feel like no matter what, the two of you will always be tied to one another. So I'm going to choose one final love oracle card. Okay, so it says outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So this sums up what this was saying about is replaying events, a battle that continues to be fought. And I don't think it's necessary. I feel like the two of you are going to need to move through this outdated thinking if you want to have a harmonious relationship. I don't think the two of you want, like this energy here, I don't think that you want to be continually looping negative energy. The two of you are going to have to come to some sort of emotional balance and harmony in order to live together peacefully. You may want to do some sort of past life regression. I know there's some sort of readings that you can get where the two of you can go into your past lives. And if that resonates with you and the two of you want to do some sort of past life regression, looking into your previous lifetimes, what you might have done or shared with one another in a past life, that might actually help you move beyond this battle, this old wound, this outdated thinking that maybe a karmic or subconscious energy that you can't even figure out. And maybe if you get to that seed point of the karma that is continuing to loop this old story, then you might finally be able to move past it and to share a harmonious life together where you're not having this paradox, this push and pull of can't live with them and can't live without them. If the two of you want to have a harmonious relationship and this whole reading resonates with you, then you might want to try some past life regression therapy where the two of you can go into an old story that you've had over lifetimes and finally get to the root of it and heal it so that you can move forward and have a harmonious relationship. Because I do feel strongly that this is a twin flame, a soul tribe connection that you've had over lifetimes with this person. And in order to get to the root, it's going to take a serious deep dive into this energy. It's not just like a surface level situation here. It's lifetimes of energy you've shared with this person that needs to get plucked out so the two of you can finally heal this old wound that maybe you had from a past life that you have no idea why it's coming up, but it's going to continue to replay over and over until it gets resolved. Okay, so if that resonates with you, maybe look into that. If your partner, this person is also resonant with that as well. Okay, so wow, that is a very powerful reading. I was very excited to do this reading for you. If you want to claim this for yourself, go ahead and comment a fire emoji for twin flames, maybe 2 fire emojis to claim this message for yourself. Okay, again, comment a fire emoji down below to claim this message for yourself. Also, like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and also share this video with a friend if it resonates with you, if you think they'll like this video as well. So again, thank you so much. If you're interested in a personal reading to get more information, you can do so by clicking the link in the description box below, and our team of tarot readers and psychics would happily get more information for you. Until the next reading I get to do for you, I'm sending you so much peace and love. Bye for now.